I can't be hard while I'm stuttering.
You guys fucking know. It goes, Papi. Do that again.
I already go back to Papi Senor.
Papi Senor.
You're like Rob Schneider. You're like Rob Schneider when he's trying to be Mexican.
I should probably take a shit real quick. Welcome. I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard. And today what we are talking about is Final fucking Destination, bitches.
Damn.
Coming in hot with this because, as you guys know, Final Destination Sace is coming out very soon. So we want to run through these bitches.
Hell yeah.
And we're starting off with the first one because that's how, that's how these things go usually.
Yeah, usually.
We're going to start with the fourth one.
Yeah, we should fuck them up. You know what? We're going out of order now. Just kidding.
Before we even start, this franchise to me is something that's like, I like it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. That's this guy right here. So I'm actually excited for this whole franchise because I think he's gonna school me a little bit on this because I'm not too familiar with these, but I do have some love for the first couple.
Yeah, I've definitely watched these movies multiple times. I've definitely seen multiple other channels talk about this movie.
Yeah.
The whole franchise. I'm gonna try to give my expertise and my opinion, but I just feel like I just don't want to like reiterate what someone already said already, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do that. But
we try to do that on here.
Yeah, we tried doing that a bunch of times. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm still gonna try to just say what I think, and then as I'm saying, that's why when it comes to the first movie, like I didn't want to keep saying the same shit that everyone already's been saying. Yeah. That's why I've been writing down shit like this up for discussion, this conversation, pretty much, and just discussing about how the movie. You bitches already know how this shit is, how we do.
You
already know how we do. I can't be hard while I'm stuttering.
You guys fucking know. It goes, Papi. Do that again.
I already go back to Papi Senor.
Papi Senor.
You're like Rob Schneider. You're like Rob Schneider when he's trying to be Mexican.
Anyway.
Fuck. But anyway, yes. This is the first of 5 movies with the 6th one on its way. You know what? I think maybe you should start us off.
You want me to start off?
Yeah, I'll let you start us off.
The first thing I have that was pretty cool was the transition from Alex's clock to the Flight 180.
Ah, yes.
Whatever you call that, the flight numbers on the board at the airport. His clock says 1 o'clock when he's trying to sleep, and then that little middle part in there that makes an 8 beeps in, and then it fades into the airport where it says Flight 180, the flight he's supposed to be on.
Yeah, and I think that's like, obviously you can fucking see it when you watch the movie, but that's kind of like the first time you kind of see death already kind of making his presence. Yeah. And it first fucks with Alex first, and then that shows the 180 at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then transitions to 180 for the airport.
Just a sick transition.
But yeah, it's like how everything goes. Like that's the one thing about this movie where I don't really think I see it in the other ones up close, like weird, like the fucking shit they have hanging, like random shit. Like it looks, I don't know. I think I've liked that for some reason.
Like little
like the weird shit he has in his room.
Little metaphors for death.
Pretty much.
Like
yeah,
all over the place. Little symbols of death all over. All over. All over.
All over.
There's a lot in here. There's a lot of death. A retarded guy dies. I can't even say it.
You can't even say it.
I can't even say it. Why'd they put that guy in there?
It's super fucked up, God.
It's all right. Okay, let's just talk about it for a second.
All right, we got it.
Okay, since I kind of made a joke about it, which I would never do again, but I think he's faking. I don't think he's a real mentally challenged person. If he is, I'm sorry. Or physically, I don't know what he is. But they have this handicapped individual in the front of the plane. And it just adds another level of like sadness to like the whole thing.
That's what Todd's brother said to Alex. He was like, it would take, like, if they saw a baby on the plane, he's like, you see, it'll take a really fucked up God to, to kill, the younger the better.
Oh.
He said it'll take a really fucked up god for something to happen or something like that. And then it cuts to the mentally challenged person. He's like, a really fucked up god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because for sure, like I don't know what it is about that part, but I'm probably gonna get canceled for saying this. But I just felt like it added another level because yeah, it's like, you know, like a sense of innocence. Like these are all teenagers and stuff like that, but you know they're doing stuff and everything like that. When you see that, it's like a form of innocence. So
yeah,
like,
it kind of brings a sadness to the scene.
And just seeing that like he didn't do anything wrong and he has to die like everybody else.
And the baby too and shit like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, just saying. There is that level of creepiness.
The very first thing that I wrote was just seeing a young Devin Sawa. I've only known him in this movie and also when he comes back for like Chucky and shit.
Yeah.
But he's still great.
And Hard Eyes. He's on the Hard Eyes. You guys haven't seen that.
Oh yes, he's in Hard Eyes as well. As I'm saying, like I don't really see him as much as I would like. I only know him in Final Destination, in Hard Eyes, and then also in Chucky when he plays like multiple different people, which I like.
Acting his ass off.
But yeah, as I'm saying, yeah, in the TV show he fucking goes off. So just seeing him, you know, pretty much to his roots when he's like young and shit. I'm sure he acted. I don't know. I feel like we talked about this before, to where was this his first time acting, or was just like.
No, he was in Casper.
It's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah. So this is like his early years, pretty much his early years, and it's kind of just funny seeing him. And also, we were making fun of how big his mouth was.
And it's always
everyone.
Open. It's always open.
And it's always open. Yeah.
Everybody's mouths the whole movie are like this. Death is coming for us. Or wait, you have to have big sleeves.
To have big sleeves.
You gotta have big sleeves. That's what he has. There we go, like that. There's design for death. And I know it's coming for us, and I know I can beat it. That's not what he said. He says something along the lines of that, but he's always for such a young kid.
He's good at good as shit.
Good,
yeah.
Convincing as shit. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the only time he's not convincing is like when they go see, we're jumping, god damn it, we always jump ahead. But Todd, when they go see, you know, his homie laying there at the morgue, or at the fucking mortuary.
Mortuary. The fucking
mortuary.
Yeah, wherever that place is.
Come on. Anyway, there, like he, you know, it just doesn't faze him that's his dead friend there. It's like if you died.
Yeah, it'd be weird as shit.
I can't even look at him right now. What are you talking about? Anyway, we're jumping ahead. But Devin Sawa isn't here, and he does do great. There's a couple parts in here, but it's just how they're directed.
Yeah, so. That's just what they were told. Because they have to go through multiple people to be like, that's good. You're good, yeah. So I guess they wanted him to not show any emotion for his friend, even like going up to his house, jumping ahead. But when he's at his house and stuff, it's like you're not really showing much emotion, bro. Come on.
I know the body's just getting before.
I'll be like,
Whatever.
Tell me where you are, Josh.
Tell me where you are, Josh.
But
he's over here. I hear him over here.
I know. And yeah, we're kind of jumping around, but like, there's like. I mean, well, we'll get. Actually, I'll just save it when we get there.
Okay, but the plane starts breaking apart.
That's like the biggest thing. Yeah.
We're going way back. Yeah, the plane is like the best, I guess, kill scene in this whole thing, and it's not even. You see it explode at the end, but his whole premonition of the plane exploding is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, it is.
It starts off with a bang, man.
No pun intended.
But the plane starts breaking apart, and the scary part is, and to this day, it still like gets me under. Because I was like 13 when this came out, I think.
Goddamn.
Yeah. When the side of the plane busts open and kids start flying out. Like, that's sad, dude.
Like,
that's sad. They're like, no! And just fly away.
And then the teacher's like, no! And try to hold on to them. And then fucking just gets taken out. Whoa! It's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, it hits you because it's like, God, I just picture, you don't even need to see the aftermath. I don't need to see a camera of them like flying around like Tom Cruise and, and Fallout.
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
But anyway, I don't need to see it. Just seeing them just get, fly away. That's enough to be like, oh fuck, just oh God, there's plummeting to their death. Ugh. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
That's what
it's sucked out like that.
That's what I have too. I put like I have seen this movie out of the entire franchise. I think I've seen the first one like the most. I mean, it's kind of given. And every single time I watch it, I still get tense as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. Like this movie, this whole franchise created like a long, like for generations to come of just trauma, dude.
Oh God.
It's gonna traumatize generations for years, dude.
Even when we flew to that place.
To that one place. Yeah, we flew to a place.
No, but we did fly.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where. Okay? Because you don't need to know that. Anyway, we're flying somewhere. And we missed the whole... I think we were right at the point to where planes started falling out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Like a year later, like planes just started... Now every other day a plane falls out of the sky, no one cares.
Yeah, if you watch the news, you just kind of see how...
we saw signs when we went flying to where we flew to because, dude, we couldn't even take off because they're like, our
window was falling apart or something.
And they had some like special like duct tape.
And they just duct tape our window shut. We're like,
we're gonna try to tape it on. If it doesn't work, then we might have to deboard the plane. And I was like, oh god, dude, are we really doing this? Are we really
fucking? I don't know, dude.
Flying's a terrible experience.
It is. It's a very terrible experience.
But anyway, and nothing compared to what these kids went to.
Oh fuck no.
I mean, still, when we get on that plane, shit starts rocking a little bit. You're like, oh fuck, here we go.
And they get toyed with too.
Yeah.
Cause they're like, that shit starts happening. They're like, they're freaking out, and then it starts like being calm for a second, and then they're all laughing.
Even the stewardess and stuff, they're like,
it's okay. It's okay. And then they all laugh it off, and then next thing you go boom, and then all the doors just fucking bust open and shit. Dude, and then even like before at the end, like right when he wakes up and shit, you see like something exploded, and you see all the blood and shit just splurt everywhere, and then the fire just comes and just consumes.
I have that too. The burning up Alex's face, just all fucking crazy. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's just crazy as fuck.
He wakes up.
So I mean, I like it though. I kind of like that little fucking. So...
Ow.
Poke your eye.
He's all breathing hard. They're like, oh god, stop it. Do you have Funyuns? Anyway, but that whole opening scene with the plane is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, but again, just probably I don't know. I think I kind of want to, like, as we go on, I want to rank like the major deaths. You know, the premonition scene. I kind of want to rank those. So far, it's just so far this one's just right there, and it's still fucking.
It's good. It's believable. Good. I believe Devon Sawa full-heartedly that he experienced a vision and he believes it, and he's gonna get the fuck off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling everybody to, and they don't listen. But even when the few that get left behind in the airport, when they're looking out, when Stifler's in here, by the way, Sean William Scott, I have him written down, but let's talk about him now. He's in here. And he's not Stifler. He's more like the dude, where's my car guy.
Yeah.
But he's the dumb friend. He's kind of innocent too. Innocent, dumb friend, you know? Anyway, he was just in the bathroom. He didn't even get involved in like anything that was going on out there, you know? And he just kind of got pushed out. But he's standing at the fucking window watching the plane take off, like, oh, there they go.
And here we stay.
And then it just explode, and all the windows break in the airport and shit because the explosion's so massive. And that's when it really starts getting crazy to where, like, what the fuck is up with this kid?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I have to. I put everyone thinks Alex has something to do with the plane. Like the look on everyone's faces is looking at him like.
You would be. Fuck? I mean, if that really happened, you'd be.
I'd be like, yo, this kid fucking did something. This is like also pre 9/11 days, so.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
See, we could have had a lot of fun movies like this. Way to go, Bin Laden.
God damn it.
What was that? That was on The Hangover. Remember that? Zach Galifianakis. I forget what part it was. It was in the beginning when they were talking to me. He's like, yeah, but that's before 9/11 happened and everybody got so sensitive. Thanks a lot, Bin Laden. I forget the part, but you guys probably know. Anyway. Okay, so we got the plane out of the way.
Okay.
I already have Devon Sawa kills it in this role.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, like when he's trying to figure out stuff, when he's scared, when he knows something and nobody else is believing him, and he just is determined. That determination, kind of like, you gotta play that. You can't just say I'm determined. You have to
like show it.
Yeah, and he's not gonna let anything stop what the fuck he's thinking. He never doubts himself for a second,
which is great.
I wish I had that.
For real. That's a very good quality to have in a person.
Very good. At such a young age. Good job, man.
Good job, man.
But anyway, what you got?
Okay, so the next thing I have, so I mean, I guess I can kind of go into like a little 2-in-1 thing here. So I put what I have written down. I put how like you kind of see like the survivor's guilt in Alex when he's like his it's like that scene where like it's his parents are laying down. He's laying down on the seat next to them. He's just watching the fucking news of like everything going on. And you see him just like this like fucking crying and shit. I'm like, God damn, like you can. I'm sure like after a while you process everything. And as I'm saying, like there's some moments. I mean, I'll talk about it. That's why Mrs. Luton, the teacher, she shows more emotion. And what you said how like you would think she's the adult, so she would be able to handle it more. Versus all these kids who are just like, where, and they all fight each other and they'll like yell, but they don't really.
Especially Carter.
Especially Carter, no. But I didn't like that. But for a second, I did. You did see that survivor's guilt on Alex.
Yeah.
Which I kind of appreciate because it kind of goes what you just said earlier, where he's just showing, fucking. He wants to figure this out, and then being determined and stuff.
And just like a man, he tries to take his mind off it sometimes, and you know what he does? He just reaches for that penthouse. And I mentioned this in I think it was Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, because there's a porno mag in there too, and I'm like, I just really miss the porno mag. You just tucked it away in your drawer, same ladies,
same old shit,
same flavors. Some pages stickier than others, but. Yeah, just seeing that again, I was like, that brings me back. But he can't. He tries to, and he can't. He sees his new girlfriend, and all of a sudden,
that's gonna stop anyone.
It's like, we have matching teeth. Let's be together.
Oh my god.
And she's just living by herself.
I think so. It's kind of weird.
Her dad got shot in the head.
They never, they kind of go into like. Not really much depth about her, like her backstory, but she did say like her dad got shot like at a store or something, and then the mom married to his douchebag, and then the douchebag didn't want kids, and the mom just got rid of her. But then, so I'm like, is she living on her own then? It is kind of weird because she's in that house all by herself.
Who's paying the bills? She is, because she has all this free time. She ain't working jobs. It's weird.
Yeah, so that is kind of weird in a sense like that.
I think it was more forgivable back in the day though, in like what it came out 2000.
2000.
Yeah. So. It was, I guess, more forgivable. That happens. I don't know. Whatever.
I do like how like Alex gets a clue that Todd is gonna die, because that's when he throws the fucking magazine inside the fan. The owl.
We're right by each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So he pulls out the fucking porno mag, and then he was just looking at titties, bro, and then
titties.
And then like, I mean, I'm sure we all can guess that he was gonna fucking and then he sees a picture.
Didn't you see the picture?
Papi senor.
Papi. Yeah, Papi senor, you see the picture?
Oh my god. But anyway, he sees a picture of Claire
and comes immediately.
And then this stops. And then that's when he sees the owl, and then he just throws the magazine at the window, fucks up the whole mags, and like, I'm surprised you'd be like, fuck, or something. Like,
those are hard to come by when you're that age.
And so, but then he gets a little tiny piece of paper that lands right on his leg, and it says Todd, T-O-D. And I thought it was interesting because like I never understood why like death is like helping Alex or like future main characters in the franchise. Like he gives them the premonition. He's still trying to kill your friends, and then he gives you clues on how to stop it. Like in this one, which by the way, is one thing I appreciate about this movie, this whole franchise. I'm sorry, or they're all different in every movie. But that's for when we get to those movies. But in this one, he gets like visual shit, and he also gets like physical stuff. So this was the physical one to where he said Todd, and then he was and he goes to go help his friend Todd, and and then what happens?
Todd dies.
How?
By getting choked out by the shower curtain. He slips on some water because
he always takes a shit.
And see, sometimes I like death to be more like, I don't know, if that seems like with the water coming out, and it would have been fine if the water didn't go back after his death.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Again, that's the one thing I've heard like everyone say like, why? Yeah, that's why everyone. That's one thing everyone dislikes. It's like, yeah, like if they kill him, and then his death Todd's death was supposed to look like a suicide, so why not just? I mean, yeah, you
you're taking notes from Freddy, bitch.
Like, yeah, like if it's supposed to like he like or an accident or not he killed himself, like I guess that's why they pulled the water away to make it look like he killed himself, not that was an accident.
So maybe
like
so Alex would get off the fucking
the porno mag.
Yeah, get off the train of thought that he saw some shit. You know what I mean? That he knows some stuff. If death made it look like a suicide, then maybe Alex would just buy it and not really look anymore into the plan of death.
But then at the school's like reunion, whatever, like they mourn or whatever the fuck, they were like they got like buddy again because he's like I miss you and I miss you too and blah blah blah, you know. Yeah, all that stuff. And then they were like already planning shit for the future. That's why he was like, wait, but that's not true. Like we were talking about having plans. Like why would he kill himself? And then it's sad because his parents fucking like hate him now because he was the reason why that his son stayed on the plane. And he's like, and you push him the guilt, and then he killed himself because of it. Like so I feel bad for his dad too. Like fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's sad. I'm saying this movie is a very fucked up movie.
But Todd, this is like where you get like to where little things look like they're gonna like they get very
this is
tricky.
when it starts.
They get very tricky with like, ooh, is that how he's gonna go? Is that how he's gonna go? First he has like a razor, he cuts himself a little bit or whatever, and you think he's just gonna slice his fucking veins right there or something. No, and then the radio with all the
like.
I guess the electricity is, you know what I mean? But you know that there's water on the floor coming from the toilet.
So you thought that was gonna like shock him or something?
Yeah, you thought that was gonna fall and then like shock his ass. And then no, he takes a shit. And then what?
No, the first thing he did was take a shit.
Oh.
And then that's what the water starts coming out. And then he starts like shaving and stuff like that. And the water just follows him. And then it's like at the sink going like that. And the water just starts coming towards his feet. And you think it's gonna get him. But then he walks away and it starts following him like shit. And the flow of the water starts following him. And then that's when he goes to like, he plugs in the radio. And then it plays the same song that played at the airport. And then he's like, ah, and he pulled it out. He's like, and he pulled that shit out, and then he's like, oh, it's like whatever, and then he goes and he opens the shower, starts taking off like the clothesline. They have
it's fucking mom's chonies and shit.
Yeah, and that's when the water he turns around and then
dips
falls,
it,
and the thing
knocks over shampoo,
spiraling all over him.
All slippery in there. Yeah, that thing goes like a Batman like battering. Fucking what do they call that? Anyway, his little gun. But it like wraps around like that. Like,
yeah.
A little crazy.
I'm like,
it's like death invisible. Like
yeah, that's I was gonna say. I think like in this movie, I think this is like one of like this like the death scenes that kind of like got me as a kid watching this. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to be in the bathroom alone no more now. Fuck.
No, because he sells it.
He does. Yeah. And his eyes start turning like blood red. I'm like, oh fuck.
And if he wasn't panicking.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
you just hop over.
Yeah, you could hop over. You could like slowly stand up, get your footing, and then.
But I think like we're saying that, but I think if we were in that situation, we'd freak out too. Like, what the fuck?
And then your eyes just turn red. It's like he didn't even try.
God damn! Like he was reaching for like the scissors.
my dick all hanging out.
Yeah, you're all struggling, and then your pants just come down by himself.
You got your PJ pants, but the buttons open,
and your dick's out.
That's only fun, dude.
They're like, damn, this guy likes to party.
So Todd biffs it. Once again, we already talked about it, but
yeah, but then that's when Alex comes, and then that's when he doesn't really sell that his friend fucking died.
Exactly. Like I have that trouble too. Like he's doing good. He's doing the way he's supposed to be directed. He's out of breath. He's fucking, hyperventilating a little bit, but he's like trying to be like, just trying to figure out stuff more than let his emotions take over. But still, I don't think you can. What are you, a Navy SEAL? How do you control yourself to not have emotions like that?
As I'm saying, especially like if it's like your best friend. Dude, like I'll be fucking distraught. I'd be fucking like, I'd be crazy. I'd be like, goddamn.
If our fucking cat died, I'd be like, pick her up.
Breathe, goddamn it, go. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's just like,
he
whatever.
does a good job in some parts, but this is one of this minor little parts to where it's like, dude, like,
Take it away for a second.
God, why don't you put more oomph in the fucking emotion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, girl. But yeah, so Tony Todd's character, I like how the little speech he gave to Alex and Claire when they break into the mortuary to see Todd's body, which again, another example where he doesn't really react, because normally, I mean, I guess for a little bit he did for a second, but like not like an emotional timing. It's just kind of like, you know, but
no,
then again,
he was just grossed out by the embalming fluid and stuff, like him pulling that out, but he was never like affected by seeing his friend, like, oh shit, there's Todd.
Yeah, oh shit, wow,
Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
But then yeah, but I did like the little speech Tony Todd's character gave to them, pretty much just telling him how, like, you know, like death has a design, and that's where he introduces that concept to Alex, which is like, yo, death has a design and what you do, blah blah blah, and kind of gave him that whole speech. I wish I knew the whole speech like that, but it's a kind of a lengthy boy, but the way he delivers it is like, fuck. That's why I was like, God damn. I was like, yeah, he fucking sells it on that. He's fucking creepy and shit. You know,
yeah,
fucking,
that's Candyman, bro.
That's Candyman as fuck.
He knows how to be creepy and sexy. But I think he might be right. He might be right about that. The old granny from the new Final Destination in the trailer, figuring all this out. Bill Bloodworth or whatever.
William Bloodsworth. I think that's his name. I could be wrong.
Whatever.
But...
Tony Todd.
Yeah.
He very well could have been
like there at that night.
That night.
With the grandmother. Because he knows so much, and then that movie, the
maybe he knows
Bloodlines takes place like after everything, and he's still there. So I'm assuming that he might have, especially since like we all know that he passed away, not that long ago.
And and we could take it as like he's just so comfortable with death that he's seen it so much in his profession that he really just doesn't like. That's how he. It's like it comes for you eventually. Like, but he's just saying it more menacing, you know. But in reality,
like he knows.
He might have been involved before with this and has cheated death and like knows, you know.
And he knows, but he can't tell probably.
Yeah. I don't know. You might be onto something with that though.
I really hope so. I'll be baller, dude.
That'd be cool.
I'd be baller as fuck. And I would fucking hold that I got something right before a movie came out for the rest of my fucking life. No pun intended.
There you go. Yeah, no. We die on I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
No, you don't laugh.
He doesn't laugh.
He doesn't laugh. Come on.
Right, what you got?
Well, this pissed me off because, okay, well, the blonde chick, Terry,
yeah.
When you guys seen the movie, you know, Terry gets hit by the bus in front of Alex, Clear, Carter, and Mrs.
Luton.
Miss Luton. Okay, so Miss Luton's there, and she sees Alex is there. Everybody's there. Blondie, Terry, gets fucking hit by the bus right in front of everybody. And obviously Alex had nothing to do with it. You saw her walk into traffic. So why when I think it's the very next scene, or pretty close to, teacher's at her house, sipping a little vodka, getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
And she looks out the window and she sees Alex and she starts getting fucking paranoid or whatever, scared that like he's gonna kill her or something like that. And it's just like, shouldn't that already be out the window? Like, you just saw, did he push her in front of the bus? No. Did he even tell you anything? No. So why in the fuck are you so scared when he shows up on your lawn? If anything, you should be like thanking him. You should be like, what are you here for, Alex? You know, be a teacher. Be a role model. Be somebody that's like going to be there.
Be an adult.
No, dude, she's fucking, I'm with you, man. She's pretty annoying.
Yeah, I was going to say,
but that really pissed me off when she's looking out the window and she sees Alex and she's like, and she has to call the fucking cops right away. You just saw that he didn't do shit. I don't get it. Whatever. Anyway, Fuck her.
Fuck her.
Fuck her. Fuck her.
No, because I was gonna say that I did have an example earlier in my notes to where like she was already kind of like hating on Alex already. It was when they were at the funeral or like the memorial for the school and stuff, and they were putting their roses down.
Yeah.
And then Alex is trying to go and trying to like just I guess like just comfort her, probably just talk to her, see how she's doing and stuff. And then she's like, fucking what she said. Wait, I wrote down what she said.
Stay away from me. You're fucking.
She's
gross.
like, stay away. You scared the hell out of me. You scared the hell out of me. And then she just fucking like this. You scared the hell out of me. And then it's like walking. I'm like, okay, I get it. You're traumatized. Everyone is. But can you really fucking blame him?
Why are the kids thinking better than you?
That's what I'm saying. And then that's what. But I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's kind of like wishy-washy because like, I kind of like that she's like kind of emotional because they all should be like that on a level, not just all the kids not really being that. She does the most out of everyone. So it's kind of like
it would make more sense for like the blondie. I keep calling her blondie. Terry.
Mm-hmm. For her to be more emotional.
Like Terry to be that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And well, she kind of was a little bit, but like she could be the amped up one of that to where, you know, and then she could be at home and shit goes crazy. What if it's her house? Who gives a fuck? You know? And the teacher could have got hit by the car or the bus. Who gives a shit?
Or something, yeah.
You know, if you swap roles, it might have worked better because she's too damn old to be. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, she's taking it like it's all about her.
Yeah, fucking selfish bitch.
And these kids need your help,
bitch.
And fucking Alex needs someone to believe in him.
God damn it.
But he did find sour cream and onion breath. She's there, clear.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was actually something that I had on my notes for Terry's death. I just put that it was like very sudden and unexpected because it was one of the before she died. This was like another one of those examples to where Alex got like those like visual premonitions of like you see the bus and the window and shit before it happened, which that was kind of cool how they did that. But you didn't know who was gonna happen for, and then it happens to. But I feel like once they started doing that, in almost every fucking movie, to where someone just you see a fucking wide open area and then one person just by themselves and get hit by something. Like you're kind of expecting in these movies, but this was the first time it happened, and when I first saw it, I was not expecting it. So I did say, again, very sudden, unexpected. And the one thing I always wondered, like did she even would have a chance? You know what I mean? Or was her death like that death very inevitable? You know what I mean? Like, do you think, like, if they would have, I don't know, it's like a what-if situation, basically. It's up for discussion. Like, do you think, like, would she would have a chance if, you know, they were to help her or something? Or do you think that was meant for her to happen? Like, she was like, no matter what, she's gonna fucking die, like, automatically.
I think no matter what.
No matter, you think her death's, like, inevitable?
Yeah, I mean.
We really couldn't tell because, yeah, it's a movie, but.
Yeah, and you don't get much time with her. But, yeah, I kind of feel like. Fucker.
Yeah, inevitable. I think her and Miss Lune as well too.
But you're right. This premonition shit really fucks me up. This is like the Jeepers Creepers problem, to where somebody, you were twirling pom poms this morning. Now you're psychic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like that kind of thing. Like there's always people just get premonitions of shit, and it's just like, why? You can tell us that death has a plan. Death has all this, you know, but you can't explain the premonition part. How does Alex just get hit with it right away?
I've like watched, again, when I said in the earlier the video, like I've watched multiple like people. So like CZ's World, I watch his videos all the fucking time, and he did explain he kind of like went into depth about how that happens. Like,
doesn't he just make that shit up though?
Maybe, but I think there was like he did like actual like digging, like there's like you know actual books and on that shit or something. So it could, I mean, but then again, that's just,
okay.
But the game like the premonitions and stuff,
okay. So the Final Destination book, that's where
I think so, something like that. I'm saying he got it from somewhere, or maybe he's really smart to come up with it on his own. But I feel like there is something to do with that because I don't know, it is kind of weird how like you see the premonition of someone dying or everyone dying, and you stop that shit, but you get other ones to help, even though you still want to get them killed. Like that's the one thing I've always had trouble with this franchise too.
I wonder. I'm like, what if? I was thinking, I want Devon Sawa to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, please, like, have him come back. Like, he cheated death, he lied to everybody, blah, blah, blah. But what if this old lady Because like Devin Sawa's mom. Or something like that. To where she knew some stuff. And because she knows that it got passed down to him or something. Bloodlines.
I like what you're thinking.
There has to be a reason to why you just get a premonition. You know? I don't know, because then how the fucking... You can keep going, and like
every other...
Why did the old lady get it at the fucking tower in the new one, or whatever? It's just like...
And also just, like, different people, like, different... Like, all the other movies is all different. It would have made sense unless they wanted to... Unless they really wanted to, which I really doubt. This is, like, a 0.1% chance of happening, but unless in the 6th movie, they somehow reveal that every single person that got a premonition, they're all related somehow. Like one big family tree.
Yeah, because why call it bloodlines? I mean, we think it's because
of like the grandma,
just what they told us in the trailer.
Yeah, the grandma and shit.
There could be a lot more to it.
That's what I'm saying. Because like if you look at every single main character, I mean, they all could be like distant relatives. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they really, I'm saying like that's really like stretching it. Like I'm saying, that's like a 0.1% chance of it happening, which I don't really think. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be what we saw in the trailer. But if they really wanted to fucking pull a rug, they would just fucking say, "Hey, everyone that you saw that got premonition, they all were related. This is all one big family." And then that would make sense for them. They all fucking get you like that.
I'll just keep it higher. You might be onto something, senor.
Bobby, senor.
Trace boy, senor. Hot chick? Taquito?
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing basketball with the dad. Trace point, senor.
Okay. Oh, God. In addition to Miss Lewin's death, pretty much the whole scene pisses me off. I'm, kind of glad she got it so early so we don't have to fucking see her for the rest of the movie. But the one thing that pisses me off was Alex coming back to fucking...
Next thing. Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was him coming back and then just fucking stepping all over the fucking house and then just trying to help, which, I mean, I get it. Good for you for doing that, but Jesus Christ, grabbing the knife after everything is like, why?
It's already gone through her, dude. The chair already fucking hit her. Mm-hmm. She's obviously dead.
Yeah, you just realized what you dumbass. I mean, like...
You'll run out and then fucking Billy sees you.
Runs out, explosion.
Hey, Alex, what's going on?
Crazy. But yeah, that shit pisses me off.
That looks bad.
He did tell the FBI that he saw him leave.
Yeah.
Cause like what? Like yeah, I'm not gonna fucking go down for you.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. I'm saying like you
kind of deserve that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they have enough to take you in. Just give it up for a little bit, But I don't know. I'm not in that situation. If you look, he's smart enough. Alex is smart. That's the thing. You're so fucking smart.
But yeah, you grab the fucking knife.
You fucked that up, and then now you're running from the cops, which is going to be worse. Mm-hmm. Especially it's the FBI, even though it's just 2 people.
Yeah.
No regular cops, just FBI automatically. But anyway, FBI is on his ass, and then like he starts getting crazier later on. That's what kind of makes it like you kind of see it from the cop side a little bit. I mean, you can see the cop side the whole way through, really, because they're like, "Come on, kid." Like, even if you're telling the truth, they want to know how you could see this shit. Like, what's going on? I don't know. He does like go into questioning with them and stuff, and does But when they're like, "Stop right there, Alex," he's like.
He's just fucking running and shit.
Our secret's out.
No.
But yeah.
But that was another thing I was gonna mention too. I was gonna mention that how like when Alex was like being interrogated by the only 2 FBI people there
on the planet.
And he starts like telling him all like, what we do. And he starts telling them death design, like there's one for you, there's one for you, and all that shit. And then he's like, and then pretty much they just let him go. And then Shrek was like, oh, like for some reason, almost believed him.
Almost believed him.
The kid gives me the creeps.
He looks like that's what he does. I just believe him. And then his partner's like, you know what? You're starting to creep me out.
Yeah, like sometimes you give me the creeps.
Yeah. Stop staring like that.
But it is, I don't know, as I'm saying, like, and I just like how like he kind of just got like the concept of the design and stuff like that, and him figuring this shit out on like the TV when they released like, oh, like the silicone things fucking exploded and caused a chain reaction and stuff, and then he got very inspired and trying to figure out where people were sitting and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of smart and crazy.
Yeah, but he is smart. That's the whole thing with him. He is smart because he, like I said, he can keep his shit in check. He can figure all this out and not listen to anybody else and just be like, yo. And I thank God he has Clear to having to hold because she believes him, you know. And I think without that, Carter does start to believe him, of course, because Carter goes off the rails.
Oh, this whole fucking time, dude.
But really, when they're all in the car trying to figure out what's going on together, and they're going to the cabin.
They're trying to hide Alex because he's on the run from the FBI.
Yeah.
They tried finding his ass, and they were at this one Jones Beach.
Yeah. But then Carter's just driving like a fucking maniac because he's like, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? If we're going to go, let's just go. Let's just do it. Which I'm like, respect, dude. A little bit. A little bit respect. It's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? If I'll fucking go. I say win, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, because the only person that knows who's next is Alex. And that's why like he got everyone together, and he's just like, fuck it, he doesn't want to tell them too, because he's like, what's gonna change? Like, yeah, and it's true. Like, would you know like how and when?
Oh, why does he need to go to a special cabin and like fucking put styrofoam up and like little corks on nails and all that stupid shit?
I think because he thought he was next.
Yeah, no shit. So why can't he give the same thing to him? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, because Carter wants his...
You're like, no, fuck that.
Fuck that shit, dude. No, because Carter wants to be... He just wants to know who's next. Trying to prevent his own death. Or maybe someone else's death. I doubt it, because Carter's a piece of shit. But, in all honesty, like, Carter's trying to save himself. That's all he's trying to get at.
Trying to take himself out.
Yeah, that's all it is. He's trying to, like... So if Alex isn't going to say anything...
Or maybe it was his... Maybe it was his turn. He didn't want to tell him.
I don't know.
Because that's when the whole train shit happens.
But he didn't die. Billy died.
Because he intervened and saved Billy, or saved Carter. Because that's when the car didn't start, and then the seatbelt got stuck.
So Carter
was supposed to die right there.
Was supposed to die.
Because that's when he told the train again.
And it skipped him and went to Billy.
And then and got Billy instead, because it skipped Carter.
From fucking jaw.
He's like, you're dead! You're next! I'm staying the hell away from you! It's like, turns around and gets gnarly scene.
Which is pretty cool. And the body just flops over. And then Clear comes up. Baby.
Baby.
Like, when did this happen? Like, they were just talking to each other. There was never
they barely talked. Like,
there was never a scene where they were like, hey, you know what? We should be together. A kiss, or you know what I mean?
Or something.
No, dude.
I'm actually just calling him baby. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Shit.
A little soon. It's cool. She got issues though, so you know. But anyway.
So is the crazy chicks. Anyway.
Yeah. You did notice that Carter pissed himself.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen that before.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm surprised that no one mentioned it for some reason.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, so it was like literally right after Carter starts driving like a maniac, because he's like, fuck it, like, you know, I'm gonna go on my own terms and fuck it, you know, trying to kill himself and everyone. And then they stop at the train tracks, stay right there. They see the train coming, everyone gets out, and that's when like he's like, it's not my time, and trying to start the car, and he's like not starting.
Like, oh, it might be.
It might be. I think it might be your time.
Might be your time.
And then that's when Alex comes in and saves Carter, pulls him out just in time, like last second, which is again, I got very tense, like, oh fuck, you know, like goddamn. And then gets him, fucking hits the car, which by the way, I'm actually kind of curious, like behind the scenes for that. Just how many takes, you know? How many times they might have to get like this one take, like, yo, this is the only car we got. Yeah. Let's not fuck this up.
I'm pretty sure it was just one take with the car.
Imagine they fucked up somehow. That would have been crazy. So much money wasted.
Because they're just like there with like a flashlight coming at them, like, no.
Yeah, for sure.
We gotta hurry.
Fuck. But yeah, like, at the last second, he pulls him out and shit, and then the train hits the car, and then it starts dragging it, and then that's when Billy says like, "You're next, you're dead. I'm staying the hell away from you." And then gets decapitated. Words are hard. And and then all that shit happens, and then you see Carter stand up, and you see he's pissed himself.
Yeah.
His pants full of piss. I'm like, oh shit, he pissed himself. Fucking pussy.
Mr. Tough Guy.
Mr. Tough Guy over here wants to fucking
pants.
Yeah, pee in his fucking pants. Bitch. So this is the part to where Alex is in the cabin. He's fucking, he duct tapes shit around. He fucking starts putting like corks on the nails and stuff, and he starts pretty much like death proofing this cabin. And he eats like, I thought it looked like cat food to me, but he said it was like apple pie in a can.
I think so.
What's what it looks like, but it didn't look like it tasted like apple pie because he made a weird face.
Wasn't there some like apple crumb, little apple cinnamon chunks with like some crust in the? You guys remember that? I don't know how old you guys are, but older guys, you might know that. But anyway, go ahead.
But anyway, yeah, and then pretty much like some weird shit happens, like the wind comes, starts knocking shit around, classic Final Destination fashion, and then he thought that he was going to be next, but then he saw a newspaper when he was throwing him in the fucking fireplace for some reason, and then he sees the picture of those two bitches that supposed to swap seats with him, and then he realized that where he switched seats, or he never switched seats or something like that. So technically he came to the realization that he's not next. It's actually Claire. Claire is next.
Yeah.
And before that, the FBI went to her house trying to see where he's at, and pretty much just tell her like where he's going to be and like the promises or guarantee his safety. And then they sure whatever. And then right when he realized it, he tried dipping out of the cabin, and then they come at the same time. Which is like, come on, like how fucking I was gonna ask her now, like how they get this so quickly, but I forgot she did mention that it's like a couple of miles from her house.
Yeah.
So it's very close. And he also fucking rode a boat there.
They're like, stop right there!
He's like rowing a boat.
Slow ass canoe.
This guy is a suspect for murder and arson and shit, and they have a clear shot, but they decide not to take it.
And they're like, come on, we'll go around.
We'll go all the way.
Not one motherfucker, you pussies. Not one guy is gonna jump in and just swim after this motherfucker.
Get him.
God.
I don't know.
Come on.
And these are FBI too.
Damn it.
And then, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, and then he's like trying to get there, and then it's like the chase because you have the police on your ass, and you're trying to hurry up to get to the house before she gets killed, pretty much. And then the chain reaction at her house, which by the way is like very like, it's kind of weird because like this is the part where I don't really understand how come in some people's deaths like it's very like kind of instant, like Terry's death hit by a bus, Todd's death fucking wrapped around. Luton's death, fucking, explosion and knife in the chest. But with her, it's like shit fucking knocking around. But
a bunch of chances.
But a bunch of chances to get her ass, and they don't really, so they, does death really want to fucking fry her ass? Like, if that's it, why not just fucking improvise for something else? Like, why only have one thing and just keep doing that for the whole fucking house?
Just turn the gas on in everybody's house. Kill everybody.
Boom. Yeah, for real.
Like, serious. Like, that's going back to that Todd kill. And that water really bugs the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're showing that it can just do whatever it wants. So, right? It's not like accidental. It comes out and goes back in. Okay, so can't you just do that with like gas?
Like everyone's house is fucking, turn on the gas leak.
Just turn on the gas real quick? Or have something hit it and everybody dies? I mean, you wouldn't have a movie then. But I didn't write this fucking thing, okay? And if you guys are going to go on this route with, you want us to go on the journey with you.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. I need to know a little more. Like,
yeah, come on.
You're right. Like, I get it, final act stuff. I understand it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But in all reality, there was a gang of shit that should have killed her. There was like shit exploding when she's going down the stairs.
But it was kind of cool though. You saw like
the
lights like start popping like in her hair and shit. She's running down the stairs.
And once again, you're like wondering what the hell's gonna happen because like the pool fucking gets hit.
Oh yeah, she's trying to save her dog.
Yeah, that poor dog.
I know, poor fucking dog. Yeah, the thing just starts like hits the pool, and then the electricity line, and then that thing fucking something happened, and she almost gets hit by the fucking pole. It's weird. I'm saying, so that's something I don't understand. I get it, yeah, final act stuff, but it's like it chooses, I guess, to fucking if it want. I'm saying like, so it goes back to Terry's death. Like that shit was inevitable. Why can't why? Like, so like what gives it like the circumstances to be inevitable? You know what I'm saying? Like what like does it choose when it wants to fucking drag it out or just be instant? It's kind of weird. It's so fucking weird. I know I'm digging too deep into this. It's the first fucking movie, and they don't really explain to it as we go on. It's just kind of the same story as we go on.
I think you have every right to dig a little bit.
Yeah.
You have balls to make 5 more of these motherfuckers. You better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you better have some kind of direction. And they did kind of. We know they fell off towards the end there.
And anyway, and just to keep going, and then so Alex is trying to get to Claire's house before all this shit's happening, and as he's running, they just kind of added this weird moment, like this weird like suspense moment to where like a tree gets like knocked on top of him and he's being drowned.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking like gurgling, he's like drowning and shit, and it's kind of like, did Death do that to help him because the FBI lost track of him, or is it because is he gonna kill him or something?
Yeah, we were talking about this when it happened. We just watched it, and I was like, wait, like why the fuck? Death is after her ass. For sure. I mean, unless it's just happy accidents everywhere, but like Death is after her. He's on his way. That tree knocks him down, pushes his face into a puddle, and he's like, blah, 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 like about to drown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. Like why?
Like why does that happen?
Why did that happen? Why are 2 people in a almost death situation?
I don't know. Anyway, the whole point I'm trying to get to is like there's this one part to where I like the most because it kind of just shows like, if I don't know, it's the part where he's running and he falls down that fucking cliff, tumbles down and shit, and he stops right in front of the fucking branch, like very close, like almost impaled. I'm like, whoa, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like how he stops, like I kind of like those like last minute like, oh shit, from the main characters. I don't know.
No.
You kind of need that. You kind of need that little extra little crumble on top. Just to give it, some stakes. Like, oh my god, is he gonna get it too before anything happens? Because you don't know what the fuck happened. What if it would be kind of crazy to see him die in this movie first? Yeah. And he's like the main character.
That's what makes me think a little bit that he's still around because an off-screen kill.
Oh yeah, that's in the second movie.
We'll get to it, but we'll talk more about that later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, having because he plays it so well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like coming right up to the fucking, like he's very good with his face. He's very good with acting like he's terrified, and then it was a close call, So yeah, I agree. That's a sick part.
But yeah, anyway, that was the whole point. I was getting to that part. That's like all I wanted to build up to was I just like that one scene, and then that's the only thing I like because it's very close call. But then after that, that's when he gets hit by the tree and starts almost drowned, but then gets out last second and then goes to the house and then.
So he could have died there. And if Death was like trying to slow him down, why don't you just put something in front of him to let the cops get him?
Or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
It's weird. It's super weird. It's super weird, dude.
Don't think about it too much.
I guess moral of the story.
Don't think
about it too much. Anyway.
Okay, stop burping.
What you got, man?
Well, I'm down to the very last scene.
I am too.
Okay. So Carter, Alex, and Claire survive.
Yes.
6 months later, they end up going to France.
Mm-hmm.
France. France. I don't know if they're in Paris.
Wait, this is Italian. What's the French thing to do?
French.
I don't know. 'Cause I know Italians go like this.
I mean, they're pretty close to each other, right? I don't know.
Oui.
I've never gone out of Chile, Spain in my life, so
yeah, we just stay here in Chile, Spain.
They go to France, and they're all hunky dory and stuff. And
6 months later,
everybody looks great too. By the way, everybody's like looking good. Claire actually looks fuckable. Alex, he looks about the same, but everybody's cleaned up, looks nice. And they go and they're having drinks outside of this place, this little restaurant area, and
there's good vibes go around until Alex had to fuck it up.
Everybody's having a great time until Alex fucks it up.
Mm-hmm. He fucking kills the vibe.
And he starts saying that like, you know better.
Like the design. He still keeps talking about it like pretty much they're just talking about the fact of how like, is it really over? Because if it stops, because I intervene, and they're trying to say how like Alex intervened for everyone else, but no one intervened for him. He just fucking just died for a little bit because he helped Clear get out of the car.
Right.
And no one intervened his death. So it pretty much, and then Carter started juggling with him like, you're next, whatever. And then because but he brought it on himself for fucking bringing it up, you asshole. Like everyone's trying to move past it, you know, fucking have some good vibes around.
But then Clear has some powers.
Yeah, because he's like, because he starts seeing some shit. He starts seeing some shit fall around. He starts looking around like, and then the fire comes up, and he's like, he's freaking himself out again. And he's like, I'll meet you back at the hotel, whatever. And she's like, let me go with you. He's like, just God damn it. And like, dude, I kind of feel that. I'm like, when someone doesn't listen to you, like, what the fuck did I just tell you to do?
Just
stay. God damn it. You know, so I kind of understood his frustration right there. And then he starts like walking away. And then Clear gets a vision of seeing the bus, and then she just realized what it was, says to watch out, and then moves out of the way, and the bus is fucking the whole fucking crazy mess.
Which I think is a callback in the new trailer, by the way. With that guy's walked in the street and the bus comes.
Oh yeah,
that's a callback
for sure. Yeah,
that's not a callback. But anyway,
and then that just sets off like a huge chain reaction, and
but Clear saw that train.
Yeah.
She saw it, so it's kind of like, so now she's picking up on this stuff too. Anyway, but the good thing is it dodges Alex. While all this shit falls and everything, the sign there's a big fucking sign up above, and that sign gets knocked off its rocker, breaks in half and shit, and then it swings one way, almost hits Alex. Is that what happens?
No, Carter saves him.
Carter saves Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then he intervenes for him, even though that was what they were talking about before all that shit happened. They were talking about, oh well, you know, if you intervene for me and stuff like that, and no one did for you, does it just start over again? Because that's what we're trying to figure out. And then it turns out that's what happens. It starts over from the beginning because he's supposed to die first, and then so on and so forth. And so then, but then Carter intervened, and he's like, what happened? You know, so who's next? Yeah, so who's next?
And that sign fucking comes right behind him.
Woo.
And then ends, credits. And I love that. I think that's a beautiful way to end it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I love that. And I remember watching it the first time, like, fuck! You know? but now watching it, I'm like, clever.
It is clever.
It's a good way to keep them wanting more.
And it does. Because even to this day, like, again, these movies, again, like, everyone knows, like, these movies just create just generational trauma, dude. With every fucking movie they done. Yeah. So people are now afraid of fucking flying planes. People are fucking afraid to drive behind log trucks. Fucking like roller coasters. Like, you know, this whole franchise knows how to fucking get under your skin for certain things. Which, I mean, we'll get to it as we go watch those movies when we get there and stuff like that. But I do kind of miss when they started doing like accidents, kind of, because in this movie they kind of did accidents, but they're more like freak accidents rather than just random shit happening, like
realistic shit,
like realistic stuff. Because as we get on, I mean, they it's more wacky, but they don't really feel as like an accident than what it should be. I mean, but yeah, I don't really want to give examples because I feel like we should just talk about it when we get there.
And we will.
We will. But overall, this is a very solid start to this franchise, and I'm very excited to watch the other ones.
Yeah. So. I gotta sneeze real quick.
Do you think, man? Oh yeah.
I think I like this a lot better growing up, and I feel because now I pick it apart.
Yeah.
Especially with the channel and stuff, we're like sitting there like,
And we kind of have to. It's not like we want to, but now like, because before starting the channel and stuff like that, I just had that mentality of like, oh, just watching shit, you know, wherever, just watching just to watch it. I mean, I still do that to this day, but I feel like now, since like we need like topics of discussion to talk about pretty much. Now I start picking apart my movies or shows and stuff like that, and I'm starting thinking about, you know, cross-referencing other movies or other things. Dude, you know what I'm saying? So even though I still enjoy this one, still is probably like up there with my favorites. But yeah, this one I could definitely see myself now to start picking apart everything.
Yeah.
More now.
Yeah.
And that's again, there's like again the whole thing with just the the premonitions and the helping ones for some reason. They give you clues to help people. Again, I mean, I'm sure like there'll be like more like explanation as we go on, because as much as I've loved these movies and seen all of them, I still need to be refreshed on some of them still. Yeah. But
like I'm saying, like
some dialogue
towards the end, dude, they start all blurring together. So I'm excited to watch all these again. This one I do like. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. I do have mad nostalgia for it. Mm-hmm. Sick movie. It's really fun. It's really fun to just turn your brain off, not think too much about it. It's not like stupid, like it's not like Jason X, or something like that, to where you turn your brain off and just have a good time. But this is where I have issues, because I'm like, if you turn your brain off, you could have a good time with it. But if you think a little bit, then you're like, you know. And so that's where I'm like, either be clever with the writing or don't. Like I don't know, because this middle ground to where it's just like, well, why'd that happen if this happened and that and that and that and that and that and that. There shouldn't be that many questions, and there's a lot of questions. So for me, I think before we had the channel, I really liked this movie a lot. I still like this, but it's gone down a little bit. I am very excited for the second one though, because I think that one gets picked up a little more, and I think there's a little more
lore.
Yeah,
we kind of learn a bit more. Yeah, as we go on with this movie, we learn a little bit more. It's kind of like what did we say? It was, I feel like we kind of. Was it for Terrifier? It was like some other franchise where like every movie you just kind of learn a bit more. I think it is Terrifier. It's where like every movie
except for part 3.
But like as you kind of get on, you kind of learn more about Art the Clown's like story and shit like that. So I feel like with Final Destination is the same concept, to where you kind of know. So this is a start. So now we know that Death has the design. That's all we know now, and then there's a way to go around it. But still, I feel like every movie is just you're just gonna see attempts of different ways to beat it, kind of, because they do kind of. It's a similar story every fucking movie, but I feel like with every single one, we kind of get a little bit more information about how to stop it and stuff like that. So,
yeah, but I still like this movie.
Yeah,
it's a fun watch. Mm-hmm. I'll watch it again. Yeah, I'm not done watching these movies, but I am excited to see Final Destination 2.
Hell yeah,
I'm looking forward to that shit. But for right now, you got anything else?
No.
All right, peeps. Well, what do you think about this movie? You like it? You hate it? Do you think there needs to be more spoken about this? Should we know a little more in the first one, or are you just gonna let the sequels to kind of take care of it? I don't know. Let us know, or don't, because you never do. But anyway, we'll see you in the next one. For right now, this is Rock Hard. Out.
Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ. Bitches.
Judas.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.